Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. In Psalm 140, we have a description of evil people. One of the most difficult things we have to deal with in life is when we have to deal with evil and difficult and violent people. And in Psalm 140, we get at least 4 descriptions of these evil and violent men. It starts off, "Rescue me, O Lord, from evil men, preserve me from violent men." And he talks about they're the ones who scheme. In verse 2, it says, who devise evil things in their heart. They're contentious. They continually stir up wars. Also, verse 2. In verse 3, we see that they're violent. They sharpen their tongues as a serpent. Or they have violent speech, I'm sorry. They sharpen their tongues as a serpent. And they set traps. Verses 4 and 5. Keep me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from violent men who have purposed to trip my feet. The proud have hidden a trap for me and cords. They spread a net by the wayside. They have set snares for me. And so, in just about every way where a person might rise up against David, who's the psalmist here, these people have done it. They're scheming, they're contentious, they have violent speech, and they set traps against David. And that can be a very difficult situation to be in. Now, it might be that the people that we deal with may not have all of these characteristics as those who are rising up against David did. But even if we come across someone who has just one of those things, maybe it's a person who's just scheming against us, or maybe just a person who is contentious. Maybe it's someone who just slanders us, or maybe it's someone who just is trying to set traps for us, trying to bring us down in some way. But even if you come across a person who just has one of these characteristics, it can be very, very difficult. And of course, we know that even if we don't have a physical enemy who's doing this, we do have a spiritual enemy who does these very things. We know that Satan schemes against us. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. He's contentious. The word Satan means adversary. He has violent speech. He's our accuser, Revelation chapter 12 and verse 10. And then he definitely sets traps for us. 1 Timothy 3 and verse 7, 2 Timothy 2 and verse 26. We see that Satan is one who sets traps. And so even if we don't have anyone personally in our personal lives in a physical way that's rising up against us in these various ways, we do have a spiritual enemy that does. And so what do we do in this particular situation? What do we do when people rise up against us? Or what do we do when Satan rises up against us? We take courage in our God. That's what the psalmist did. We should pray to the Lord. He says in verse 6, I said to the Lord, you are my God. Give ear, O Lord, to the voice of my supplications. Here the psalmist knew who it was who could help him. Verse 7, O God, the Lord, the strength of my salvation, you have covered my head in the day of battle. Do not grant, O Lord, the desires of the wicked. Do not promote his evil device, that they not be exalted. And so the psalmist, in this difficult situation, places his confidence in the Lord and takes the situation to the Lord, confident that God can deal with that particular situation as he sees fit. Verses 12 and 13 show us that the Lord is on our side. I know that the Lord will maintain the cause of the afflicted and justice for the poor. Surely the righteous will give thanks to your name. The upright will dwell in your presence. God is on our side. God will do what is right. We just place our trust in him and continue to walk before him in obedience to him and allow him to take care of the difficult people that we come across, and especially our spiritual enemy. And he is definitely faithful to help us in those situations and to see us through them. So these are some things we can reflect on and think about as we do a reading today. With that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.